Okay, so in my last video, I talked about curriculum, the curriculum I use and how I use unit study and all that jazz in my homeschooling. In this video, I'm going to go more into detail on what we do and how our 2 to 3 hour, 4 day a week set homeschooling time goes. So, it's kind of divided into two things. So, daily at home, they have to practice their piano, they have responsibilities, they have calm time and stretching, and then they have prayer and scripture. And that's usually done right before this set homeschooling time or right after. And then we also have things we do every day on the go. And I'll go over that at the end. But let me show you what we do in the homeschool room. And I'll put some pictures of our homeschool room. And then as you can see, there's this graphic. And you can see the stations that we go through. All right, so the first one, so I have different stations. There's social studies, Big Sister Club, the U station, language arts, science, religion, responsibility, the arts, technology and business, and nature and creativity. So I have these stations and I have different things under them. And then I have a binder that sits on the homeschool table. And the binder, you flip to the subject, let's say social studies. Then you go to culture. And then you read what the assignment or what we're studying is under there. So I have the girls pick what they want to do every day. Sometimes I say, okay, you have to have accomplished one in every single section until you go and before you can go into another section. Let's say they love the arts and they want to do all four in a row. Well, sometimes I'll say, okay, that's fine. But then sometimes I'll say, oh no, you can come back to the arts after you've done one from all the other sections. Okay, so let me go over what is in each section. So social studies. Social studies has history, story of the world. That's one of the curriculum books I use that I talked about in the last video. And then history, unit study. It can be anything from Native American culture to we're going to Puerto Vallarta next month and I wanted them to learn the history of Puerto Vallarta. Okay, the next one is culture. So we learn about countries or groups of people. Then there's current events, so they can learn about what's going on in the world. Geography, and a spotlight. So that's all what's under social studies. Next is science. We do field trip work. Some of it can be done before we go on the field trip. We go on a field trip every week. And some of it can be done after the field trip. Then we study how things work. We do a unit study. This can be anything from gravity to the solar system to, whatever. The next one is animal study because my girls love animals. So this is one that I wanted them to do a lot. And I'll go more into detail when I share my lesson plans on what exactly the assignments are under all of these different categories. Okay, so the next one is language arts. We have a book report. We have the creative writing jar, which is one of my favorite things we do, and my girls love it. So I'm going to do a video just on that. We have grow as a writer lesson, and we have storytelling. The next one is Big Sister Club, and they can have story time with their two little sisters, teach them a lesson, or do one of their own ideas. The next one is religion. One of the things they can do is liken the scriptures. So they read a set of scriptures and apply it to their own lives. Then a spotlight on, and this isn't just people from our religion, it's from all different religions. The next one is words from our leaders. The next one is explore a question. And then the last one is explore your family history. So in the next category, the U station, there's healthy living, then healthy relationships, then self-esteem and being emotionally strong, helping others, and your interests and goals. The next one, responsibility, is they have to cook 2 or 3 meals a week on their own. So there's meal prep. Then they have to help me a lot with the clubs we do every week. So there's club prep, and then they can serve or, show respect to someone else. The next big section we have is the arts. So there's study a piece of art or music. There's art history, spotlight on, and then your interests. In technology and business, it's usually projects that I have for them, creating a video, creating a blog post, creating a film, different things like that. And the last one is nature and creativity. So every Friday is Nature Day. We try to spend as much time as we can in nature, and the lessons are super, super relaxed and just get them to connect more with nature. So they can plan those, or they can plan something they want to work on to grow their creativity. Okay, so that's what we do. We go through these different stations during those 2 to 3 hours 4 times a week. So, daily on the go. We are busy. We're probably busy. Okay, so they both have school backpacks that they picked out, and they have not too much in there. They have a binder, and in the binder, they just have a pencil, an eraser, and a pencil sharpener. Then they have their schedule, so they know where they're going and what's up that day. Then they have a review of what they're supposed to be doing daily at home and on the go. And then even with this, sometimes when they're sitting at piano lessons waiting for their sister to get out, they'll tell me, I don't remember what I was supposed to do. And so I have this helpful guide. Monday, while sitting at piano lessons, these are the things you could do. Okay, so the things they work on are spelling. We like the Spelling Power curriculum, which I'll show you another day. So I have in here the spelling words that they're working on, and then the 10-step study sheet for when they're studying the word that was hard for them that day. Then they do vocabulary, which I simply just handwrite in here and they study throughout the week. Then they have, so this binder in the back is only for spelling and vocabulary words and math, and they like to say the not fun stuff. Okay, so then they have another another notebook in their backpack that is just for creative writing. It's just for fun writing, which they work on the go during the week. Then they have a little planner because they like to feel grown up and know what they're doing. And then they'll have some math, whatever we're working on. If it's addition facts, or sometimes I have math games in here, or a worksheet. I don't use too many worksheets, but it's just math review in here. And then I also give them their grammar lesson, and I use the first language curriculum, which I'll go over another day. I'll do a more in-depth curriculum. And then the last thing they have in their backpack is every week the reading basket changes, and there's 2 to 3 new reading things in their basket. They usually have a fiction book, they have a nonfiction book, and then they have a different type of literature, like a magazine or poetry, and those stay in their backpack and they work on them throughout the week. And it changes every single week, and they normally read those 3 things and then maybe 2 other books that are upstairs in their room at bedtime.